Hey everyone, welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel where we talk about some of the hottest topics in music, entertainment, and even reality TV. We literally just did a 90 Day Fiancé recap. If you haven't checked that out, head on over there to check that out. I wanted to talk about my reaction to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills trailer for season 11. I mean, we knew that there was going to be a lot happening with Erika Jayne, but it looks like it's playing out, and it looks like they're going to be asking the questions that we need to be asked. But I'm going to give everyone a moment to get it together and get into the chat room. TikTok, head on over to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. I want to talk about this trailer. I want to hear everyone's reactions in the comment section there. So head on over to Kempire Daily. We're also live on the Kempire on Facebook and live on the Kempire on Twitch. I literally was going to do anyways, let me give everyone a moment. I will be right back. Let's do a quick little countdown and I'll be right back. Hey everyone, again, welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out when I decide at the last minute, you know what, instead of recording a video, just go live. Hear people's live reaction to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills trailer, season 11 trailer. They dropped it earlier today. Everyone has been reacting and making their own memes to what transpired. I literally watched the trailer multiple times before coming on here because I want to talk about my reaction to it. But I also want to give people time in the chat room to let me know their thoughts on the trailer. If you haven't seen it, go on over to RHOBH's YouTube right now. Watch it. It's only less than 3 minutes. And everything that we expected in regards to Erika Jayne. You know, I've said multiple times, I don't know if Erika's going to bring it. This trailer does not convince me that she's going to bring it. She's saying all the things I expected her to say, especially because legally she doesn't want to throw herself under the bus. We've heard in within the recent week that she did sign off on things that sort of implicate her involvement in the Tom Girardi cases. You know, there have been a lot of speculation that somehow Tom Girardi was funneling money through her LLC, allegedly. Also, there have been allegations that this divorce had very convenient timing. We hear them ask her about that. Specifically, Garcelle asked her about that. I mean, Kyle asked her about that in the trailer about, Dorit brings up the orphan children and the widows. You know, what about them? And Erika denies knowing anything. Of course she's going to say all of this, but I want to see how this plays out because so far, based on this trailer, all we're getting is the Erika situation. So I guess Erika just secured herself 2 more seasons, didn't she? Because this Erika and Tom Girardi case is not over. It won't be over by the end of the season, I don't think. If you've been under a rock, Tom Girardi allegedly has been diagnosed with dementia, Alzheimer's. But this litigation is still ongoing. The sale of his home, I believe, is already happening. Danielle says she's going to need, to live up to the lifestyle that we've gotten used to Erika living, her whole glam squad, flying private, and now she doesn't have any of that. I know she's living in a multi-million-dollar apartment right now. I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. When Erika was a part of the show, yes, she had a music career, but music is not what it used to be. Music money's not paying the bills. Tom Girardi was paying the bills. And how much did Erika actually know? Based on this trailer, it seems as if she's saying she knew nothing, only Tom knew everything. Although her signature ties her to things allegedly. And we know what happened with Teresa with her signing off on things that she didn't know what she was signing off on. She still landed in jail. But based on what I'm hearing, people are predicting that she won't do jail time. People are predicting that Tom won't do jail time. But that remains to be seen. I will be watching that. But the trailer. So as I said to you before, the trailer is really highlighting Erica mostly in variety in so many different scenes. You see different women asking her the right questions. And I'm sure Erica wants to use this platform as a way to profess her innocence and uninvolvement in Tom's business. Also to play the I was cheated on situation, because you remember the old looking text messages that she posted and accusing Tom of cheating on her. I've said to you this before. This is my own opinion. This is all alleged. I don't believe that Tom was cheating on Erica Jane. I don't believe. Yes, Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce. Look, we know many beautiful women that have gotten cheated on by very homely looking men. Before we continue, let me see what you guys are saying. Faya says, Erica's so stoic. It's going to be interesting trying to tell if she's lying or not. Daniel says, that's an apartment. That's an apartment she doesn't own. That she could lose that. I think Erica Jane is too smart to be a Teresa. Okay, maybe. The thing with that, though, Erica, to us, is very smart. But Erica Jane around Tom Girardi, we've seen her around Tom Girardi. Her around Tom Girardi, she's a very Teresa. She's very like, And if Tom is telling you to sign something because he's this high-powered attorney, you're going like, oh, he's protecting me, especially because allegedly he was funneling money through her LLC. So this is what I'm picturing. This is not what I believe. Look, this is what I'm alleging. I don't believe this is necessarily what happened. This is just my opinion. Look, I got to cover myself. I'm picturing Tom knew the situation. The situation was getting hot. It was hot in the streets. People were suing left and right. He knew, he's like, you know what? Erica has this LLC. Let me funnel some money through this LLC. And that way, and then he goes to Erica. She just comes out of the chapel. You remember the chapel they had in their mansion? She comes out of the chapel. He says to Erica, we have to get a divorce. The only way I can protect you and that you'll be able to continue to live in the life that you're living, we have to get a divorce. I love you. We got to get a divorce in order for me to protect you. And I can't tell you anything more because then that will make you liable. This is just me. This is just me pretending this is a Lifetime movie. Not that I watch many Lifetime movies, but I would picture this is how it's going to turn out. Why they always putting on the husband? Well, Camellia says, I'm still Team Erica. Look, I've been on the fence with Erica. Like when Erica first came on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, I enjoyed Erica. I was like, oh, I think I'm going to really like this woman. I liked her vibe. She was straight up. She was like, no BS. And then over the last few seasons, Erica's gotten very like, she's fallen behind. She's been very not revealing. And maybe that was intentional because of all the shady things going on at home, allegedly. But she was boring. The only reason why Erica is even getting this season, I believe, is because the streets are hot. The streets are hot. Just saying. Daniel says, I'm totally Team Erica. I mean, who's team? I'm not Team Erica. I don't know who team I am. I'm not Team Tom. I'm team the people that they owe money to. I'm team to the widows and the orphans. That's who I'm team. Her glam squad. I hear Mikey's still around. How's she paying Mikey? Maria says she lost me too last couple of seasons. I'm definitely not team. Oh my gosh, Danielle. Why would you not be Team Garcelle? We didn't really get a lot of Garcelle. I have to say, in this Real Housewives of Beverly Hills trailer, I was like, oh, damn, we don't really have nothing from Garcelle. But Garcelle is interesting enough to be a really cool housewife friend of everyone's and ask those questions that we want asked. So I'm willing to give Garcelle some grace. And they just weren't. I think everything is just so hot when it comes to Erica. That's what the trailer is about. I'm waiting to see how the season plays out. We also get to meet Crystal. Crystal, beautiful girl, beautiful woman. Already she's getting into it with Sutton. Her and Sutton seem to have some sort of beef this year. And I know a lot of people are on the fence about Sutton, but there are also a lot of people that were happy that Sutton finally got a diamond this year. You know what I like about Sutton? I like the friendship that she has with Garcelle, which was a very unlikely friendship. But at the same time, she's what we love about Beverly Hills and about the Housewives franchise. She has money. She has money. It'll be interesting to see why they decided to make her a housewife. Is it because she's bringing it, or is it also because we're getting more of her family and more of her story? That's what we really want, because Sutton really does have some stuff that we need to unpack, and I'm really interested in unpacking. I wouldn't say I'm Team Sutton, because I don't know Crystal from a hole in the wall, so I'm open to Crystal still, but I want to see how this all plays out, because throughout the season, I'll be like, oh damn, Sutton, you like look, you can't be racist. Like what's happening? Okay. Danielle says I love Sutton. Danielle, you don't know who you love anymore, because I just don't. Oh, Danielle says she has money and Southern charm, and I want to see more of that. I'm so surprised that we don't have a Real Housewives of like Alabama or something like that. You know what I mean? A little more Southern, other than, Atlanta. I don't know why I said Alabama. It needs to be a city, right? Anyways, you guys let me know what you want to see of the South. Daniel says, oh, Sutton is totally a Republican. See, that's the one thing. When we watch these Real Housewives shows, I have to put out political beliefs out of my mind, because I already know people like Ramona, people like Sonia are probably very problematic, probably voted for Trump. Look, I don't want to even think about those things. I don't need to think about those things. They're probably all the same people that said all lives matter. I don't want to think about those things when I watch these women on this show. Sutton might be one of those people, but we need to leave that to the side. Can we leave it to the side? Oh wait, I'm seeing TikTok. Head on over to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. I see there are questions in here, so I'm just going to answer this one. Erica and Armie Hammer rumors, those were never confirmed, even though she was living in a neighborhood, like there were neighbors. But that Armie Hammer story, like I haven't even reported on it because it's so strange, and it's not getting better. It's getting worse. It's getting worse for Armie Hammer. I think his career might be over in Hollywood, despite him being white and having money. Just saying. Robin says, did they show Paris Hilton's mother? Ain't she supposed to be on? Robin, did you not see it? Well, can we say this? I like Kathy Hilton. In this trailer, it looks like Kathy is bringing it. She's bringing the fabulousness. She's just a friend of. But Kathy looked like she got a refresh. I mean, we've seen Kathy on the show before. Kathy looked good. I don't know if she got a refresh during the pandemic. She looks really, really good. You could see Paris Hilton in that face. You're like, oh, that's where Paris gets it. But it looks like she got a little bit of a refresh. And it could have been very subtle. It could have been like Botox or something like that. But I can appreciate it. And I actually kind of like the little banter between her and Kyle. I don't know what that particular scene where Kathy reveals to Kyle that Kim has changed her number. I'm pretty sure that just means nothing. Kyle and Kim go through these ups and downs in their relationships all the time. I'm not that interested, but as I said to you before, I've been on the fence about Kathy joining the show because last season I was over Kyle. I was ready for Kyle to take a break from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I'm giving her and her sister an opportunity to prove me wrong in this new season. Let me take a sip of water. Hold on. And I'm going to post the link so you guys can call in and share your thoughts. TikTok, head on over to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. We're also live on the Facebook, TheKempire, and live on Twitch. TheKempire just posted the link so you guys can share your thoughts on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills trailer. I originally was just going to do a video, create a video. And I said, okay, let me not go all in and create a video when I could just talk about it with you guys and hear your thoughts. And people like friends like my girl Danielle will call.
Hey,
Danielle,
I love Beverly Hills.
You're shocking me today. Like this week, you've been very shocking.
Because I like a lot. I told you I have watched every single franchise. I have never missed an episode, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you.
I appreciate the honesty.
I don't like. As pro-black as I am, fight the power, kick the truth to the young black youth.
Oh,
I don't like the diversity on New York and Beverly Hills.
Explain.
Meaning, I don't think they need. Okay, this is just my personal opinion. I could be totally wrong. I feel like they brought Garcelle on for diversity.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, and I don't think we need that. I think I'm okay with keeping Atlanta and Potomac and Beverly Hills with just diamonds. Because Garcelle is she makes herself so busy. She doesn't have time to film with the ladies. So it's
Well,
like,
you know what? I'm hoping this season that we will get more of Garcelle, but in the trailer, we didn't get a lot of Garcelle. We get Garcelle being nosy, which I enjoy.
I enjoyed that part, yes. But remember, she's still doing The View, so she can't take.
How dare you? She's doing the talk, not the talk. She's doing the real.
The real. Sorry, same thing.
She said she's doing The View.
She wish she was doing The View. She's doing.
I mean, we all do. That's a good check.
And so I don't think you can take the Bravo cameras with you to work because you got cameras there. So I just don't think she prepared.
Well, remember they're filming from home.
And I still don't think she gives them enough time to really dig into her story. I think she's just trying to collect another paycheck, which I'm not mad at her because she's divorced now. She has her kids, which are practically grown. I get it. She has her beautiful new house that she had built and all that other stuff we got out of season 1, but she's not going to really let us in. I don't.
Well, I'm giving her grace. Look, we're going to give her grace because remember, this is just her second season and she brought enough last season for me to be like, okay, I like Garcelle. I like her energy. I didn't really know her personality until now. So I'm enjoying Garcelle.
Do you remember the reunion when they said, well, Garcelle, you were never available to come on trips with us. You were never available. I'm with them on that. I don't think she's going to make herself available to do the girls' trips and the stuff that they need to do to get the.
Well, Garcelle admitted that last year that she was, because of the timing of everything. That was the only reason. Remember, like you just said, you do feel like they just sort of added her to add diversity. I think it was a last minute hire. Okay. So I think that was part of the reason. Now she's going to make the time, I'm hoping, for this new season.
I remember her saying in an interview that she had to do Coming to America. And if you saw Coming to America 2, she didn't have that much screen time.
You know what? No. It wasn't just Coming to America. She really has a lot of different things going on. Mm-hmm. I have to give it to her. And then she's signed on for this new daytime talk show. So she's been busy. Look, she's been busy.
Okay. I'll give her a chance because you say so. I'll give her a chance this season.
Wait, let me hear Shantae on. Shantae, what's going on?
Come on, Shantae.
Hey, what's going on?
First of all, I just want to say, for those that are watching, don't forget to like this video. Also, we'll be live later on this evening. I'm probably going to do this now at 8:30 p.m. Eastern because I didn't plan to do this Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reaction to the trailer in the middle of the day. So I'm going to probably go live at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Be sure to turn on your notification bell so you don't miss out when we go live, especially when we have breaking news like this. Shantae, initial thoughts to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills trailer?
Your bitch is ready. I'm on ready. That's all I gotta say.
Wow. So you're excited.
She's bringing it. Okay.
She ready.
Wow. Like, what was your favorite part?
Probably, you know what? I forgot that they kept saying that Kathy was going to be on. So I was surprised to see her on. I was like, oh, that's right. She's on. I don't know if she's holding a diamond or if she's a friend of.
She's a friend of.
Right, which is kind of appropriate because as interesting as we think it is, Kathy seems like she'd be a bit of a yawn.
Oh,
in my personal opinion.
I agree. So, I thought the same thing. I thought the same thing. But based on the trailer, don't you think that maybe she might not be as yawnish?
Possibly, but like I said, it's only because she's a friend of, so we only have to take her in little small doses.
Yeah.
It's not like if she was going to be on a show, it would have to be maybe like a one-time type of show where maybe it was going to be older women like her, Candy Spelling. I think Candy is very interesting. And, older women like that or something. But having her on as a housewife on Beverly Hills, she wouldn't be that much of a fit outside of a friend of. So,
you know what it is? The only reason, and this is what Paris Hilton and Nikki Hilton said in regards to their mom being on the show. She denied it up until she really had to admit it. But they all agreed that the only reason why their mom is doing the show is because of the pandemic and she was bored. People of that level of money do not want to be on reality TV.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what
makes a lot of sense.
Interesting if they got Kathy recorded or filmed when Paris dropped her documentary on YouTube. That
Mm.
reaction would have been worth watching.
I don't think we're gonna get that.
Yeah.
That because when Paris admitted to her parents putting her in that crazy people school, let me not say that, but that school for like misbehaving kids or misbehaved kids, and the reaction of that would have been worth anything.
It's you're right, that would have been good, but based on what Paris was saying, she really, up until like they were already in full on swing filming, so I know we're not gonna get that.
And Kyle's not gonna let her sister come steal her joy.
Oh,
Kyle's
dang.
not gonna let that happen.
I'm actually shocked that Kathy's even on the show. I believe they've asked her multiple times to be on the show, and now she's finally decided to be on it. What about Crystal, the new housewife? What were your thoughts, Danielle, in regards to her?
To learn. So I'm excited to learn about Crystal the same way I was excited to learn about Tiffany in Dallas.
Oh.
So, and I love Tiffany. I love Tiffany being on Dallas.
Me
I love
too.
the energy she brings. So I'm excited to learn more about Crystal. I want to see this happen.
Me too. I'm excited about seeing Crystal on the show. I didn't expect the Sutton confrontation. Shantae, where were your thoughts on what we've seen so far of Crystal in this trailer?
I'm gonna hold my thoughts until the first couple of episodes. I have an assumption and a hunch about her, and I'm just gonna wait.
No, can you tell us so that way we can see if you're right? Can you tell us what the hunch is?
Please share.
I just get the. I don't want to say she's completely like another Ashley, but I get the feeling that she's. I don't know.
You mean
Ashley
like
Darby from the Real Housewives of Potomac?
Right, like she's not her husband, but I mean that would be interesting. But I get the feeling that maybe she's just young girl that married well, that didn't that type of thing. Kind of like I think, and I could be wrong, but I'm gonna hold off a little bit and see.
I mean, I'm gonna hold off as well because look, Sutton was never my favorite, but I did not like Sutton, and I was excited to hear that Sutton
didn't mind her.
Yeah,
I want Sutton to go see a good plastic surgeon, though.
I mean, isn't that lovely though? One woman in Hollywood or Beverly Hills that hasn't had work done.
I need Sutton to get some work done.
Yeah. No,
when she would go to when she was so big. Oh, it's Dolce & Gabbana. It's Dolce & Gabbana. It's the like. But can you make it look good, honey?
What do you ladies think about the Sutton and Crystal fighting? Based on what we've seen so far,
I want to see it from beginning to end. I want to know how it started, who said what first. I want to know the details because it's cut and pasted for this spoiler.
Of course,
so I want to know the details, and I want Sutton to give a good Southern read that's going to go backwards because she doesn't know how to read, and I want to laugh at that. I am ready for it.
Lonnie says Sutton was so for me. Allie says she is really boring. But I also think part of that was that we didn't get to see Sutton a lot. But Sutton was the only one challenging some of those situations that we needed challenged last season, especially when it was in regards to Denise Richards, and that's why I liked her.
Sutton brought the shade up. Oh, we don't have name tags for our seats. Who does that? Like Sutton came with the foolishness that made you laugh because it was stupid, but it was funny at the same time. Like, do we really need a sign? See, she was like, "Oh, I just do name tag." Like, we need that shade, and with her bragging about the Dolce & Gabbana connection, like we need that shade just to.
I live for that Dolce & Gabbana connection. Ooh, yes. I was like, "Girl, you getting crowned?"
She was like, "They made me this tiara for my birthday. They made this for me. Oh, this
every birthday."
Yes. So it's the little things like that does it for me with Sutton, and that's why those little things is why I love Sutton with that Southern twang and that shade. And
Can we talk? Because the whole mentioning of Dolce & Gabbana reminded me of when Lisa Rinna introduced her, her to us. And I think the big thing that we got from this trailer was that Lisa Rinna again is going to bypass giving us an actual storyline, and we're going to only get the storyline of her daughter dating Scott Disick. I don't understand.
Child, that's a lot right there. That's a whole storyline right there.
But a whole nother season of Lisa bystepping us getting an actual storyline. What's going on with you and your husband?
Well, he's never around because he's always off doing some Lifetime movie in Canada. So that's one thing. And the girls are always there with their great modeling careers. and Lisa's just always there with her
Are those
same.
modeling careers that great?
I don't know. I'm being facetious because
Oh.
I'm trying to get to the 30-year-old hairstyle that Lisa's had for the last 30 years, which looks good on her. I don't want her to change that because I don't.
She changes it up every once in a while
with a
during the
wig.
season.
She don't change her real hair. She throws a wig on, which is cute, but she's still been rocking that same hairstyle since the 80s and the same lips since the 80s. But I do want her to be honest about her true thoughts on the daughter's relationship with Scott. Because I mean, well, how many years is between? It's at least 20 years between them.
Yeah, I mean, we could when the season airs, we can go deep dive into this whole Scott relationship. Shantae, what are your thoughts on Lisa Rinna and what we saw in the trailer with Lisa? Oop, you're
exhausted looking at
Lisa. You were muted, Shantae. I'm sorry.
Oop, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Rinna she doesn't, I don't know. She just brings the same he said, she said, bone collector carrying crap. And I'm just like, I would not miss her if she didn't come back. Even if she
carry the bones.
Even if she got demoted to just friend of, she just, I don't know. I can, at first it was like, oh, cool, Lisa. Now it's like, I can take her or leave her.
Pippa on my TikTok chat says, that's right. Lisa has no storyline and Kyle has no storyline either. And I was like, that was frustrating last season as well with Kyle. So even in this Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, if you're just joining us, we're talking about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills trailer. We didn't see much of a storyline besides Kyle's sister joining the cast. What was the storyline for her? This storyline this season is all going to be about Erica Jane and this whole situation. I want to ask you, Shantae, and then I'm going to ask you, Danielle, what do you think about, are we going to get the goods in regards to Erica Jane and this whole Tom Girardi situation? And what's your perspective on everything that's been happening with her?
I don't think we're going to get all the goods because all the goods didn't really come out until after they stopped filming for this past season. You know, and like the thing about him having an affair and blah, blah, blah. And, oh, this is really why. And I think it might have been around the time right before she went to Dancing with the Stars. People were saying that Erica was probably cheating anyway. And I'm like, oh, so I'm just, you know, I'm like, got my what you call it, my looking glass out. Like, I'm Sherlock. I want to know it all.
Danielle?
Okay, so I'm gonna answer your question in two parts. One, to piggyback on the drama. Have we ever really had a season of Housewives with Beverly Hills where there was drama? Because last time, what was it, Puppygate? And we were arguing over freaking puppy. Like,
and then what was it last season? Last season was all about Denise Richards.
Right. So we really are looking at rich people's dramas. Like this is really what they have to argue about. This is something, and that's why it's funny to us because we couldn't even imagine having a life with this type of drama. This is foolishness to us. And as far as Erica, I think Erica is such a private person that even if they were filming when a lot of her stuff hit the fan, she would have kept quiet about it because you see how she responds to those questions in the trailer. She literally sat there and was nodding her head yes to Garcelle, but saying no out of her mouth.
I'm gonna bring my friend, not paid by Monique, Miriam. Miriam,
yes.
Hey, only Danielle. We're friends now.
Yes, we are.
I love when a community comes together. Miriam, what are your thoughts on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills trailer?
Well, let's admit, Lisa is there. She's like Andy's puppet. She does what Andy wants. She doesn't need, she's holding a diamond, giving just like a friend of personal life info. So
very friend of vibes.
Yes, it is what it is. And it's sad because it's obvious she is pimping her daughters in the name of hustle. And she was offended by Denise implying that they're not good moms when look what she's doing.
Yeah.
Like Scott, really, he's almost double her daughter's age. And Erica, if she doesn't get jail time, I don't know. I'm really disappointed with the justice system because it's blatantly she is showing off wearing all these high-end clothing with the victim's money. And I don't understand how Andy keeps her in the show. So, which leads me to, I think, when they recruit people, they're really digging into what type of lawsuits there is behind the scenes so that it will eventually come up, because this is what Housewives is still a thing now, because this is what they're preying on, but it's rubbing off the wrong way on a big chunk of their audience. And it's disgusting. I'm disgusted. I can't believe Erica Jane is still on the show.
Well, Bravo is trying to definitely profit off of these recent arrests and litigation. I don't know if anyone else noticed that Bravo was rerunning the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Yeah,
conveniently. I just want to read this. Frankie said, just seen the trailer. Oh my God, Kathy looks like she will be fun. I agree. I was actually a little surprised by seeing Kathy in the trailer. I was like, I think I might like Kathy.
I like her already.
What were your thoughts on Kathy or the other ladies? Like, what about Crystal, the newest housewife?
See, I feel like they're bringing the new housewife, unfortunately, not because of the credentials and money that she really has, just to check off the box of the minority thing.
Ooh.
And I said it.
Danielle said it earlier too.
I feel like, we're sisters. We're soul. I feel like the same way I feel sometimes like they are like using Portia. But it's good that Portia is given a platform, but Bravo is using Portia. And
for the whole Black Lives Matter is what she's talking about.
Oh yeah, because you
I
can't
agree
be
with that.
Black Lives Matter on Atlanta and then treat Monique the way you did and make me name myself not paid by Monique. You know, I need to sue Bravo.
What about Sutton? What do you, Miriam? What do you think about Sutton? And she has a diamond this year.
She has always been my favorite. She is
Why is that?
Because she's very subtle. Sutton is subtle in the way she stirs the pot, and she showed a lot of that last year. She knows how to be part of. For a friend of, she had a lot of footage for the first season. She really did.
She did.
So
she did.
yeah, and I think they really were waiting for her to finish her divorce. I think she had the contract since last year. That's what I think.
I'm excited to see what's to come. The trailer was less than 3 minutes. There were a lot of different things happening. The biggest highlight, I have to say, had to be about Erica and this whole legal drama that's going on. I just want to get last minute thoughts from everyone. I will start with Shantae. What are your last minute thoughts on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, the trailer, and what are you excited to see this season, and what do you need clarification on this season?
I don't know. I can't get any clarification that I need just yet from that 3-minute trailer, but I definitely think Erica might go back into somewhat retreating from the group. If you remember, I think it was a couple of seasons ago, she talked about how she's never really had any solid female friendships. And I think because she's going through this.
Oh, we lost you, Shantae.
Dang.
Oh, I thought it was me.
Shantae, we lost you. I'm going in and out. Sorry, Shantae. Shantae.
Are you able to hear me now?
Yes. Were you in the elevator?
Hello?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you? All right.
I'm sorry. No, I'm walking through my house. No, I was going to say it's going to be really interesting to. Hello?
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say it's going to be really interesting to see whether or not she retreats back from the group and goes back to like how I need more of female allyship like she was saying she never had before. I really think that's going to happen again. She's going to feel like she's alone. She's going to feel like nobody's really having her back. And she's going to feel like everybody just wants to be, into the gossipy aspect of her life rather than really trying to be there for her.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what's going to play out. Danielle, what are your last minute thoughts on this Real Housewives of Beverly Hills trailer?
I can't wait to see the battle of Dorito and Erica Jane and fashions, and who's going to come with the most labels and the most hair accessories and the biggest glam squad, because Dorito swears that she can outdress Erica, and I'm not here for it. So I live for that.
And for those that aren't familiar with Dorito, you're talking about Dorit.
Yes, I don't really care for her. I love PK, but I don't know. It's just something about Dorito. She just doesn't do it for me. And so she's Dorito.
and not paid by Monique, aka Miriam. Last minute thoughts on the Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Well, first, do you guys remember how Erica behaved her first season when she was called out by what is her name? The one that came only one season and had a hearing problem?
Oh my God.
Because she mentioned it to Lisa that she thinks you're like a manipulator, you're a sniper on the side. Remember?
Oh my God. Yeah, no, I remember you talking.
I have the face, but I can't think of the name.
Right.
Yeah, but this is the thing. We saw her. She showed us who she is from that scene, and she bullied that girl. She did. I'm hoping she's held accountable. She's looking for allies. When was she an ally? She is a co-conspirator. That's what she is. When she saw that to keep eyes away from her, she liked the formula of Lisa. So okay, let's gang up on Lisa Vanderpump first, and then on Denise. But now the heat is on her. I hope there's really heat. I really do. And what about, like, I'm really looking for Kathy. I want her to give a hard time to Kyle. Oh my God!
Really?
I am living for that, because Kyle, she is a mean girl, and she wants to be the queen, and she wants to pretend she's nice. I feel like it's unforgivable what she did to Garcelle by calling her out about the donation. Because
I thought that was petty, but it wasn't unforgivable. It was petty.
Oh my God! In Beverly Hills standards. In Beverly Hills standards, like, this is what they live for. If they're not working in Hollywood, they go to these fundraisers. And for her to start on national TV, on a very popular show, to say about someone you pretended to give a donation and you didn't give, that was really bad. No, and I feel like that.
But for Kyle's our princess. This is her show. This is Kyle.
Elizabeth says Kathy is there to give Kyle a storyline. Based on the convo in the trailer, that's going to center around Kim not speaking to Kyle.
I agree. Kim anyway. Kim can keep speaking to Kyle.
Ladies, thank you so much for being here. I just wanted to do a quick live to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Obviously, we're going to have a lot to talk about this season. If you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. And if you haven't liked the video, be sure to like the video. Again, thank you, Shantae. Thank you, Danielle. And thank you, Miriam.
For walking with me.
Yes.
Thank you so
I
much.
will see you for Married to Medicine.
Married to Medicine.
Yes, I have a lot to say.
p.m. Eastern. We will be going live again to talk about Married to Medicine, and you're welcome to join. Shout out to everyone that are in the chat. I see you guys. Thank you. I'll see you guys later. All right. Again, don't forget to like this video. Thank you guys so much. I am excited about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. The trailer got me excited, but it is a trailer. It's not giving us the full of what's happening. Editing, a trailer can get you excited, and then you watch the season, you're like, whoa, so we had nothing. But I want to see how Erica Jane handles these questions about the lawsuits, the divorce, all of that, her new life, her new legal fund that she needs. I'm interested. Look, I don't wish what's happening to Erica Jane on my worst enemy. Wait, well, maybe my worst enemy. Yeah, I do wish it, but not on Erica Jane. She's not my worst enemy. I'm excited to see. Let me know in the comments if you're watching the replay of this video. Let me know in the comments what part of the trailer that you love the most. What are you excited to see? Do you think it's going to be a good season 11? 11 is my lucky number, so I'm hopeful. Again, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out when we have breaking news or when we upload. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll see you at 8:30. We're going to talk about Married to Medicine.